The Carnell estate, previously known as Cairn Hill, lies in South Ayrshire, not far from Lochlea Farm, where Robert Burns, his brothers, his sister and his parents farmed in the late 18th century, leaving to go to Lochlea Farm in 1784 after his father, William Burns, had died. We know that Lochlea Farm obtained its coals and its lime from the lime kilns at Carnell, which lay in between Dyke Head and Snodston Farm. Lime was essential to add to the soil to sweeten it, that is, to reduce the acidity of the peat and to allow crops to grow more effectively. David McClure, the landlord of the Burns family at Lochlea, had a contract with them whereby they were permitted to purchase from the lime kilns at Carnell 100 bowls per acre, 12 tons of limestone as top dressing, and they would pay 1 shilling per ton for the coal used to burn such. The term bowls was a Scottish measure of volume. Another link with Robert Burns, whilst on his way to collect lime and coals from the lime kilns at Carnell, he met the housekeeper, who was either known as Alison Begbie or possibly Elizabeth Gebbie. He courted her for some time and wrote her several letters. However, she turned him down. This caused him to become quite depressed, particularly whilst he was learning the trade of flax dressing in Irvine. It is said that Burns got into the habit of late-night walks beside the river with his intended. His father had stayed up one night to rebuke him, but when Burns got back, he spun such a tale of having met the devil along the way that his father, being enchanted with the story, totally forgot all about his anger. Very little of the original lime kilns survive. There are said to be at least 2 at the site. It's possible that limestone was once quarried at this area, but certainly later there was a limestone quarry up at Hodston, which is further up the hill. Coal for burning the limestone to produce the lime would have come from the local coal pits and would have been carted in. Most of the stone from the construction of the lime kilns has been taken away, that is what they call robbed, probably used down at Dyke Head at the Carnell estate. The only piece that's still left is the kiln eye, probably too dangerous to dismantle. The burning chamber can still be made out. This is where the limestone and the coal would have been added. It would take normally about a day to load a lime kiln, 3 days for the burning process, and a further 2 days before it cooled sufficiently for the quicklime to be removed. The surviving kiln eye is where the quicklime was removed after the burning process. Also what they call the riddlings, that is the ash that was left over, which was probably used on the fields as a top dressing. You can make out the old lane running up the field from the road running down past Carnell. Once within what is now a wooded area, you can see the old hedgerow banks running up to the entrances to the 2 lime kilns. You can also make out the lane running down from the limestone quarry up at Snodston. There were once hundreds of these lime kilns dotted around Ayrshire, but they became redundant with the coming of the railways and the industrialisation of the production of quicklime.